Hey everybody, Goat from Goat and Hog here. I am back with another one of our character guides here for Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition. And what I want to show you here is the Fire Wizard build that I am using right now. And this is really honestly the best thing I've come across. I was using Lightning, but I've moved over to Fire now that I have the Firebird's Finery. And let me show you why it's so awesome with the Firebird's Finery. We take a look here at this particular piece, and we'll go down and look at the two-piece set, 500 int. There's a big damage bonus plus defense from your resist all. The four-piece set, that one's alright. It makes it so if you die, a meteor comes down and actually brings you back to life, and you don't, take death penalty or any of that stuff. So that's nice, but not the biggest part. But this six-piece set, when you deal fire damage, the enemy takes the same amount of damage over 3 more seconds. And it stacks. So basically, if I do, 50,000 damage to you, you're going to take another 50,000 damage over the next 3 seconds. So you're pretty much doubling your damage over 3 seconds. Now, 3 seconds is a long time in the game, but still, that is just raw damage being output on the tail end. So let me show you the rest of the gear I have going on here. I'm using Starfire here. It's nothing special. It just happens to be what I have. It's the best thing I have. I would like something better there, but going to roll with it. Mage Fist is important to this one, though. You don't normally get fire skill damage bonus on your gauntlets, but you do here with the Mage Fist legendary. So that makes it a very important one. You could get up to 20%. You see I got a 19, so I was rolling the other one looking for sockets and whatnot. Got a critical hit chance. I'll stick with it at the moment. Firebird's Pinions, as I mentioned. You'll see it has Hydra damage on it. I don't use that when I'm alone, but when I do have playing with Hog and whatnot, I will take out my teleport and use Hydra because usually he manages the mobs enough I don't need to worry about my defensive teleport. You see here we got that, another Firebird piece. We'll just work our way around, more Firebird. Now they're not all the best pieces of Firebird. I have been adding and taking away as I get more replacements, but they are pretty good. This Tal Rash's Allegiance, though, I do have a two-piece set of Tal Rash's. I have the belt as well. But what's important here on that, you'll see that's another 5% fire skill damage, another 100% resist all, and a little bit more arcane power per second. Now, I don't need that part, but it works well. So you'll notice I said I only had a two-piece set, but I get a three-piece set bonus, and that is, of course, because of the Ring of Royal Grandeur. I also have the Stone of Jordan. That is another fire skill damage. I should have rolled that fire skill better, but I was dumb and wasn't really paying attention. Hopefully I'll get another one. We'll see. Mirror Ball. This is another big important one. Mirror Ball, what that's doing is it gives me an extra 2 more missiles when using Magic Missile. In this case, I use the fire one of that, so we're going to get 3 of them. That just, makes your damage 3 times better. Strong Arm, I rolled that to get better fire damage. You can get up to 20. I got 19. I'm happy for the moment. And what's more important here also on the Tal Rashes that I want to talk about is the gem I have in there. It is the Simplicity Strength Legendary Gem. And you'll see I've been upgrading that to increase the damage of primary skills by 29.5%. And what that in this case for me is my Magic Missile is almost 30% stronger because of that gem. And every time I do a Greater Rift, I've been upgrading that. Moving along here, you see we got more Firebird stuff. Bonus to the meteor damage on that. Got 15. That's the best you can get, so I couldn't complain on that. Firebird's down. Magic Missile damage bonus again. Best you could get would be a 15% bonus. Loving it. And there is the second piece of Tal Rash's and Magic Missile damage. I only got 10, but I rolled that one a lot of times. I used up pretty much all of my Lost Souls. Gonna roll with what I have at the moment, but that is very nice. So you get those 2 different set bonuses, and we're doing a lot of fire damage. Speaking of fire damage, let's look at the skills. They're all going to be fire damage. They should be pretty easy to figure out. I'll talk about them briefly. Magic Missile, you see I get 3 of them instead of 1, so that pierces through everything, sets everything on fire. It stacks. Use a fast attack like a wand or a dagger, and you're going to be throwing a whole bunch of those out. Now on the meteor, what's important with a meteor here is you can choose between 2 different fire ones. There's the Molten Impact, which is your big hit, but you have the 15-second cooldown. Or you could do the, where is it? That one, sorry, Meteor Shower. That one you can cast as often as you like, but it doesn't do as much damage. I personally like to use this one because I am using my Magic Missile regularly. I'll go into that a little more. Also, when you die when you die and have your Firebird's Finery 4-piece kick in and a meteor comes down, it uses what meteor you have equipped. So you get this big molten impact that comes down and wipes out everything around you. So if you do run into the middle of a bunch of crap and die, this will take and put the pain on them when it lands. So that's what I like to roll with that. I mean, you can take your pick. I used Black Hole here. That's another one with a cooldown. That one only has 12 seconds, but that one also is handy because it pulls everything in, and that does fire damage, and that you can use as a getaway as well, or as a hold these things in place while that big meteor comes down. Your choice. Very handy. Teleport, I've gone to having to use this as a defensive thing. If I have another player with me that's pretty good at managing the room, I'll instead use a Hydra with one of the 2 fire Hydras. But when I'm playing by myself and the minion or your followers are useless at controlling the room, you're going to have teleport or something along those lines to move away. I like this one, and I like the 2 extra decoys because that when you do have to run, it will make enemies attack those. And on your magic weapon, Ignite, 300% more weapon damage, and it has a chance, and they'll burn over 3 seconds, which, hey, we love fire damage, so that makes it even better. Energy Armor, this is some defense for you. I'm decreasing my arcane power, but I don't care because the only 2 spells that use it are these 2, and they're on cooldowns. So I never run out of arcane power. I don't really care. I spend most of my time spamming Magic Missile. So on that front, I like to reduce my cooldown so I can use those 2 a little more, so that's why I use Evocation. We have Conflagration. Obviously, we're going to be, anytime fire damage is dealt, they're going to have their chance to critically hit for 6%. So hit them with your Magic Missile, start them on fire, then throw the Blazar Black Hole at them or the Molten Impact Meteor at them, and big numbers. Arcane Dynamo. See, now, again, I mentioned I'm casting my Magic Missile a bunch. If you time this really good, you can go 5 Magic Missiles, either the Black Hole or the Meteor, then 5 Magic Missiles, and then the other Black Hole or Meteor, whichever one you didn't cast. So that's going to make them deal 60% more damage. You would have casted all your Magic Missiles. You're never running out of mana. You regularly are able to cast spells. Very handy, pretty consistent damage. And as a little bit of a helper, because you're killing things all the time, and when you do tend to run into trouble, it's when there's masses of things, wiping out all the little minions gives you these shields so that the big boss man that's still left, you're allowed to attack, or not allowed to attack, but you can attack and, kind of stand your ground there to keep casting your Magic Missiles without having to dance around as much. You could bat that around for something else, but that is what I'm finding works for me. Now, on the Paragon side, I do have a point to spend because I leveled up while I was working on things. I've kind of spread this around a little bit. I like the movement speed for greater rifts, vitality, and intelligence to do more damage and live longer. I don't need the maximum arcane power, so I haven't put any into that. On offense, I like to have my attack speed up so I can cast my Magic Missiles faster, cooldown reduction, and critical hit damage because my chance is already up above 33%, and I get more when I hit them with the fire and things like that. So I've kind of taken out a critical hit chance, and that seems to work well for me. On the defense, this is one I've been dinking around with. More armor, more life, what are you going to do? More resist all. Well, my resist alls are pretty high as it is because I have all the int. And I stacked vitality over here, so it made sense to me to roll with life to give me a percentage bonus to just stack on top of that. Seems to be working quite well. And over here, life on hit, that's going to keep me alive because I don't need to reduce my resource cost. I have plenty of money. Gold find isn't a problem when you're running at level 5 or Torment 5 and 6. And the area damage is one of those sort of things. I'm already dealing damage in a big area anyways. So life on hit, when I'm casting those fire spells real fast, is a great way to regain your health. So with that all said, I do currently run with the Scoundrel simply because I have the item that makes him immortal. He cannot die. I gave him a wind force. They're not the greatest helpers, but they're nice. And you have your critical hit damage bonus with him. So to show you what we're talking about, why don't we just go ahead. I'll show you a rift here at the moment. I am on, Torment 5. I could roll it up to 6, but that occasionally gets problematic. I'm comfortable with running on 5 while solo right now. when Hog and I play and he plays with his monk, I'll roll it up to 6. Alright, we got all our buffs. I hit one extra button because I was also thinking I wanted to show you, you know, I got all those fire damage bonuses, right? What does that actually translate out to? So let's bring that down and show you real quick. My fire damage increase is 59%, so I'm putting out 1.1 mil fire damage. Anything that's fire damage is doing 1.1 mil, plus you're going to actually double it because of the Firebird's Finery set that isn't recorded in there. Also of important, like I said, I have the Hydra damage bonus. It only comes into play when multiplayer, when having an extra person in. But my magic missile damage bonus is 53%. So I'm doing that on top of the fire damage bonus. It just makes that such a strong attack. And yeah, there's some defensive stuff. You can take a look. See, my resists are already pretty high. So works out pretty well. So let's head in here. Of course, we had to have the Oasis, so hopefully something will show up pretty quick. So you can just throw this stuff through all those. And we'll throw this in the middle, pull things in, they'll die. And you can be pretty lazy about it because you can just cast things and then let them land and then let them burn. And that actually keeps your massacre timer running. See, I can run off now while hitting those guys a couple times. Actually, I killed them, so I guess see if I can hit these guys and keep that massacre. Nope, too late. Now, let's see if we can show some elites. But you can see this is pretty much how it goes. Do those, do those. We're up to 5 again. Throw a meteor in. That's going to roll in there and fry everybody. And this is up again. We'll cast it. Keep them away from us. Pick up our massacre bonus. Teleport away. They pulled me up on top of those arcane stuff. That kind of hurt. But that's the nice part about being able to go them away from it. And that group is dead. We'll hit him over there because why not? So if you saw that, that was 30 million damage without a crit. So the meteor hits very, very hard. Hits a big area, and it will allow it to just sit there forever. And burn for a long time. Not forever, but you know what I mean. So these guys will just burn down after you attack them. So that is what I got rolling with right now. There's an 85 million crit on that one there because I hit him first with the burning to get a better chance of it. And I've already got the bonuses. So yeah, it works. It works quite well. So this is what I'm rolling with. It's hard to beat a fire damage one right now. But if you got something else that you'd like me to try out, any other suggestions, let me know. Like I said, I'm still working on some gear, but I'm not going to complain about what I have. I do go back for gems, though. And stay tuned for more builds, more ideas, a couple more guides. I'm going to do something on greater rifts. And what's the next one I want to do as well is the farming for the Hellfire Amulet. That's a new thing with 2.1 as well, and we haven't touched on that yet. So that's what I have, and I hope to see you guys, and I hope you subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.